Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the United States of a Movie podcast. We're the movie podcast that makes every Monday a fun day as we get together and we talk movies. But we have a purpose here at the United States of a Movie. We're trying to find one movie to define each state in the United States. We've already done one trip around the entire United States, apart from Nebraska, and we're currently on our second one. And this week, we're stopping off in the state of Kansas, and anybody that knows Kansas knows that there's an obvious winner which we carried over from last year, and that current champion is, check notes, Superman 3.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Yep.
It's definitely one of the top three Supermens.
Things clearly got interesting last year. That is 100% a Will choice. A strange one as well, considering you could have gone with Superman, the movie, or kind of like Ryan is referring any Superman movie. But no, we went with Superman 3, and somehow that won. But this time around...
I think the argument, though, is that Superman 3 mostly takes place in Kansas, whereas the other Supermans only kind of slowly start there a bit.
It's a valid point, but I'll say this much. Both of the movies that we're about to do take place and are shot in Kansas. But I'll tell you this much.
It's not their fault.
One of them is somebody's fault, and I need to blame somebody for it. And we're going to get to that one. But before we do, why don't we welcome back, as always, my amazing co-host. First of all, sitting in Arizona right now, Ryan Sandler, looking great, buddy. Welcome back.
It's great to be here, and Happy New Year, fellas. I don't even know what day it is, but we took a little, to our listeners, we took a little bit of time off and surely waited to the last possible minute to watch one of the movies, which was a huge mistake. It's a gamble because if you watch it too early, you kind of forget about it. But this one I forgot as I was watching it.
Oh man, I wish I was honestly punching myself in the face in the hopes that I would never ever remember one of these particular movies. Yeah, we took a break, and actually, guys, I've added 3 new states. I've now visited Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Maryland. So now I have some personal insight into these states as well. But before we get to that, sitting in the middle of his very own video store in Los Angeles, California, Will Hirsch. Buddy, welcome back to the show.
So good to be here. And just like Tim Robbins, I want to punch Crispin Glover over and over again for his many bad choices.
Oh, so many choices. So, this week was one of those really interesting weeks where you collectively, the pair of you, managed to make me hate movies and then love movies.
Yeah, your output definitely depends on the order in which you watched these films, for sure.
Well, fortunately, I didn't touch these movies until the very last minute. I just finished one of the movies an hour ago. But you guys and the text thread definitely educated me that I should start with the castor oil and follow up with the sugar, which is what I did. But there is... Ladies and gents, I'm a relatively positive guy and I love movies, and I've honestly been able to find the joy in some of the worst movies ever made. But this week, I almost quit. I almost quit movies. It's the first movie in the whole podcast I genuinely thought, I'm just going to turn this off and tell the guys I watched it.
Yeah, and that's coming hot off of The Dish and the Spoon, which left a sour taste in all of our mouths. Starting the year with one of these movies was not how I wanted this to go. It's not how I wanted to go into 2026.
It's the movie that made Will like the 1996 movie Twister a lot more. How about that?
I've completely turned around. I'm like, you know what? That movie would still be winning Oscars today. Yeah. What an amazing piece of shit this movie is. My God. Yeah.
Will, why didn't you introduce this piece of shit?
So it's 1989's
That's right.
Twister. So back then when everybody got mad at me on Facebook, I was talking about this movie, guys. Why was everyone mad at me?
That does make sense, actually.
Yeah. This is a terrible film. Ryan, I kind of want to start with this right away. When you told me to look up the budget, I don't believe what I think you must have edited it.
Okay.
Drive me insane.
This is something, okay, pause. So the movie we're talking about is 1989's Twister. Like you said, it's directed by this guy, Michael Amlarada, who did actually go on to work with Ethan Hawke quite a bit. He did Hamlet in 2000. He did Tesla in 2020. This movie is described as a comedy. Really fascinated by that, but it stars, all right, Susie Amis, who is now James Cameron's missus as well, Crispin Glover from Back to the Future, Harry Dean Stanton from A Straight Story, Dylan McDermott Mulroney from a whole bunch of stuff. It's shot in Wichita, Kansas, and it kind of tells a story. You know what? It doesn't tell.
Does it? Yeah.
Any fucking story. I mean, seriously, guys, am I wrong? This movie felt like a complete, just constant improvisation of random 5-minute scenes just put together.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me $1 million to describe the plot of this movie. And I forgot what I was reading because I was just anytime I'm watching a movie, I'm curiously on IMDb, looking trivia, whatever. I was looking at the director to see what other films they made. And then I scrolled down to where they have the filming locations just to make sure this was shot in Kansas. And then I got to the budget and the back of my head fucking exploded.
This is what I was looking around trying to find budget. And then after a while, I realized, well, I'm not finding it. You guys were losing your mind. I decided I want to find out on the podcast. This is a movie that, let me find, grossed $33,000, which is 33,000 too many. What was the budget for this movie?
It was $92 million.
No, it fucking wasn't.
Again, that's in 1989 money.
That's
that's almost half a Terminator 2. Like,
maybe it was $92,000.
It's where did 92 million? It's honestly, like, ladies and gents, there's not a lot of information about this movie.
Because this movie's a crime. This movie's a financial crime to fleece investors. It's a money laundering scheme. That's what this movie is.
I wish I would have saved it, but when I was looking up this movie online, I forget if it was on IMDb, but someone had commented they were working at the time for the distribution company, which is, I think, Vestron.
I was looking these guys up.
And they had a history of taking like big swings and releasing like really abstract films. And they're like, their idea for this one was, hey, let's just get a bunch of kooky actors together, put them in a film and see what they do. And that's kind of what you got.
Oh, what? Oh, well, we know Vestron.
Do we?
Yes, because they made Dirty Dancing.
Oh.
They are the direct to sort of VHS company that made all their money.
The Arrow video or the Asylum video of 1989.
Yes. Well, they were like, they were just like a VHS company, and they did Dirty Dancing, and then they were like, ooh, now we're a big deal, and they made a bunch of movies. Isn't that the one with like Howie Mandel as like an alien or something like that? That was one of their pictures or something like that with Fred
Earth Girls.
Savage.
Is that Earth Girls Are Easy or no?
Little Monsters.
Little Monsters, I think, was the one that finally broke the straw that broke the camel's back. That makes a little bit of sense now, considering, okay.
But that budget is outrageous. That cannot be right.
It says estimated. I mean, honestly, that it's
they're only off by $91 million.
I guess, but in the opening credits, Ryan saw it. He sent the picture. I saw it as well.
And that was after I watched the movie. I didn't want to send it because I didn't want to like bombard you with. Plus, I was half asleep when I watched that. But pretty weird title sequence in this movie. That's just like pink type over little vignettes and little scenes. And it said composed by Hans Zimmer.
Yes. Music by Hans Zimmer, the biggest name pretty much outside of like that Gustafsson guy. But Hans Zimmer! And it feels like he did it in about 3 minutes with an electric kind of
It's not bad. It's like Hans Zimmer doing an impression of himself. But it is 89 too, so.
Yeah, totally insane. I mean, I'm willing to bet that that's where $85 million went, was to Hans Zimmer. And
yeah,
because I can't imagine, unless somebody, I don't know. I'm going with this was a crime, and this is like just a money laundering scheme.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
just
you know what?
Film something and put it out there.
Well, I'm going to support you. I think I would describe this movie as a crime anyway. It's a crime against art. It's a crime against the actors. It's a crime against us that was committed against us when we had to watch it.
It's an affront. Yeah.
Yes, it's honestly just an insult to anybody.
What's crazy too is when you when you go to look up reviews of this movie, it is wildly
Relative,
divisive. Like
relatively kind, some of the reviews.
some
Yeah.
people really like this movie a lot and think it's a great comedy. For if I went into this movie thinking of it as a comedy, I'd maybe have a different perspective on it. But barring that, it's still a pretty bad movie. But
It's
like
like the
people,
Chicago Tribune is saying, worth a look for the unexpected delicacy of its execution and the all-cult quality of its casting. Creates a low-key, unemphatic weirdness that gets its laugh, but leaves room for moments of surprising emotional
that's such
authenticity.
a nothing burger of a review that you could copy and paste for any movie.
Yeah, that's also shut up to that reviewer. Like, go to hell. Like,
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
I mean, Peter Travers, Rolling Stone called it fiendish, funny farce.
How much
Just
was Peter Travers paid? Like, by the studio?
$92 million. dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just so, yeah, this is one of those movies that not only would I say, this is not a movie that is worth watching, even to see just how bad it is.
No.
This is one of the
No.
most
Hard
torturous
skip.
experiences of my life. Like, it actually just pretty much ruined my day. Mrs. came back and she's like, how you doing? I go, I just watched a piece of shit movie.
It's got the same like visual style or kind of cadence as like a What's Eating Gilbert Grape or like Dish and the Spoon. It's got that very lackadaisical pace, but this
Mhm.
is like just such a wet fart of a fucking
Yeah.
movie.
It's funny. As I was thinking about Dazed and Confused watching this movie. They are the exact opposites of
You
the
were
same
both
line.
dazed and confused.
Now, not that I've seen The Passion of the Christ, but I think that this movie is about as entertaining as the scene where he gets whipped.
No, that scene's way better.
Just wait
I
for
was-
the sequel.
he is making a sequel.
I
Two
mean, you're
dollar
just-
signs.
I mean, the only bad thing about that movie is the heroes lose in the end, so you're just rooting for the Romans, and then
That's
Shit.
okay. We're so
Put it-
close to the end of the season. It's around time to get cancelled. Well done, Will.
The Passion of the Christ 2 sequel is such like a Jay Sherman the Critic movie you would
Yes.
see, where it's like
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as
as
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Mel Gibson
I
is.
told you
making a
I'd be back or something. He did it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't move the rock out of the way; he just blows it away. with
Mel
like a-
Gibson, James Woods, Michael Rappaport, all the fucking heavy hitters.
Oh God. It's an Ocean's 11 of the shittiest people.
It's an OAN Newsmax original.
There is. So in this movie, it feels like no one's been given any direction. It feels like every actor is making their own individual choices in the scene, and no one is
Yeah.
actually reacting to anyone else in the scene. They're just doing the thing they decided they were going to do.
The only
They all
direction
seem
they
like they're-
got was like swing bigger. Like
Yeah, they all seem like they're in different movies. Like,
Yes.
like Crispin Glover is being himself. Harry Dean Stanton is like acting like any of his characters
he's
from
in like a
Aliens.
Coen's Brothers movie. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then you've got Dylan McDermott Maroney, who is like doing like his impression of serious acting. Like it feels sarcastic in a weird way. I can't even describe it. And then you've got the other gal who's like, you said that's James Cameron's
Susie
current.
Amos, yeah.
Susie
Yeah.
Amos Cameron, yeah.
Yeah, she seems like she's in like a made-for-TV like
This whole
after-school
thing
drama or something.
felt like a very much like it had the. That's what I'm saying. The budget is crazy because it had the visual aesthetic of a made-for-TV film. Granted, I watched it in 360p on YouTube for free.
Yeah,
But-
and the DVD I rented, which by the way, when I went to go look this up at the video store, I went and asked them, like, you guys don't have this, right? They looked it up. They're like, we don't see it in our system. I was just walking around and I saw a Crispin Glover section, which amused me. And
I
then
love they got a
it was
Glover
there.
section.
A wall of Willard.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover, Danny Glover.
No joke. It was like a shelf or two above the Andy Sedaris section. And I'm like, that's why I love this store.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's insane that it's honestly. I mean, I was watching it on YouTube, and it was hard enough to understand what they were saying, and then I found it on Prime with commercials. So I watched it on Prime. Didn't make it any better. Honestly, wish I couldn't have heard what any of them were saying. That I may have liked the movie more.
Yeah,
It's-
I think I petered out right about the time Dylan McDermott gets into town.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
right after the directed by credit.
it's going for, you're not fucking wrong though. I think I checked out around then because it's like Kansas sign. Okay, this movie clearly wins for this week. Crispin Glover making incredible choices. Then we just get Susie Amos being woken up by a helicopter. Cut to a car driving, but we don't know who's driving the car. Cut to scenes that then don't connect to previous scenes or the scene that follows it. You know, the scene with like Dermot Mulroney in the bar. He's drunk, he has a bowling ball, talks to a guy, the guy takes off in a helicopter, and we're supposed to be like,
Yeah.
ha ha
Like
ha
that
ha.
guy felt like he was out of a David Lynch film. Like
Yes.
I did not
I
understand what
wish
was
this
going
was
on.
a David Lynch film.
Oh my God. Then at least there would be like a
If
deformed
this had
baby.
just like, imagine like the exact same movie, but just had the exact same movie, just had a directed by David Lynch on it, you'd be like, oh my God, this is fucking art.
Greatest movie ever made. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I considered this a prequel to The Straight Story, directed by David Lynch, because that's where
That's a prequel where, yeah.
Harry Dean Stanton leaves his children and just
mean-
fucks off to live in the country until his brother turns up on a lawnmower.
This is what gave him that health condition that nearly killed him.
Yeah, gave me a fucking health condition. I mean, guys, I hated this movie.
Yeah.
I hated
So
life
bad.
in general. It is so bad. It is so bad. I've so like we were saying, Crispin Glover, if he can find a way to say the words.
I initially
strange.
thought he was supposed to be playing a woman in this thing.
For
which
a
is
second, I
fine.
thought he was transgender or something.
Right.
I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Which, cool, good choice. But like, then you find out that it's his brother, Dylan McDermott's brother.
No, he's
No, he's
It's
Susie
Dylan
Amos.
Susie Amos's brother. Dylan
Right.
McDermott got her pregnant. Her daughter's like 9, but she's 24. Something ain't mathin'.
Yeah, he's also really young in this movie too.
He looks like he's
with
coming
his
back
stated
from
age.
college, but they live in this like gigantic house because their father is like a TV executive at UHF or whatever. I don't
No,
fucking
no,
know.
no. He sold a soda pop.
He was
Soda
a
empire.
beverage,
But his new
impresario.
wife is a Christian TV personality.
That's honestly, I knew that face, and that is Holly Goodhead from Moonraker.
And from Trading Places, or not Trading Places. Yeah, Trading Places.
She's in Trading Places as
Yeah,
well.
she's Winthorpe's like fiance.
No shit.
That
But yes,
very
I was
waspy-
looking at that face. Going, I know that face.
The
and then
voice
it was,
guys what got me. Yeah.
It was like, yeah, Holly Goodhead, one of my favorite character names from just Bond. Oh.
Probably the only good thing in that Bond movie, which
Yeah.
I gotta update you guys on my project that I think I told you guys before I found a novel adaptation of the movie Moonraker, which is not just a reprint of the novel Moonraker.
Oh yeah, I think you sent us a picture of that.
Yeah, so I am currently reading Moonraker and I hate it. And I'm gonna watch the movie, which is my least favorite Bond movie, and then I'm gonna read the adaptation of the movie and see like how the different. I'm having a
Are
miserable.
you
time.
okay?
This is the stupidest project I
You're
ever
gonna do that
started
after
myself.
watching this movie?
I know. My God.
You didn't hate yourself enough.
I need to pile it on. So, I recommend nobody do this. I'm the only one stupid enough to do this project, but anything to avoid talking about Twist.
Even Ian Fleming would be like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
That is, yeah. This, I started just, my notes are just so angry. I mean, like I said, Tim Robbins turns up for like 3 seconds, punches Crispin Glover in the face, and leaves.
Relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, but like even his delivery of his line, like I said, just come in, improvise something, and then leave. You know, that's what this whole movie feels like. And it's like
$92 million.
90 something minutes long as well. And it's like there's a line in the movie where it says, Jim got kicked in the head by a horse back in February, and I followed up with, I'm jealous of Jim.
Yeah.
Somebody, please kick me in the head.
I'd started this during the day because again, it was free on YouTube, as everything should be. And I honestly don't remember where I just mentally checked out or if I just straight up dozed off, but I remember the beginning of the movie, and if I'm not mistaken, the end of the movie where they're all sitting on a couch watching television.
Yes. Honestly, that's actually the bit that I want to talk about. The only part of the movie that makes sense is they're sitting on the sofa with this young daughter.
Because
the
they're trying to
daughter of-
find their mom, right?
Who gives a shit? Seriously, like, no, they aren't, but yes, they are. But the bit at the end of the movie where the young girl is flipping channels. That is the best actual representation of what it feels like to watch this movie. It felt like every 2 minutes we were changing channels to something else that wasn't connected to what was there before. And I started getting not even irrationally angry, rationally angry at what, like Will was saying, is the reviews. I'm reading some of these reviews of people going, "Oh, it's interesting." No, it's not. It's like, "Oh, the actors are no, it's not. It's no one's acting, no one's doing anything." Like I do improv, right? And improv is about listening and doing stuff. And I'm like, no one's listening to each other. People have dressed themselves. I hate it. I hated everything about this movie, and I want everyone involved to die.
Who wrote those reviews? Crispin Glover?
I thought honestly, this movie was great.
Honestly, you'll get more enjoyment. Watch this movie, see how bad it is, and then go and see how divisive the reviews are. It's either like really like 1 star, no star, terrible reviews, or people fucking liked this movie a lot.
I was reading some of these people going, "Oh man, what are the best like ensemble casts, and what a brilliant and interesting approach." No, not in any way. I just no. I'm.
It's infuriating how bad this movie was.
Yeah,
like we joke there's like bad movies and some they're so bad that they're good. This is just a straight up fucking double deuce.
There's nothing to get out of this movie. Like it's as empty as a movie could possibly be. The only reason I put it above Dish and the Spoon, and I'm talking like paper thin, like above that movie, is I'm like, well, at least Tim Robbins showed up for like 30 seconds and did something. That's more than I could say for Dish and the Spoon. But I mean, that's like barely anything. Yeah. Like, I can't. The other thing that infuriated me about this movie, the twister of the title happens off screen halfway through the movie, and the reaction is like, "Oh, it
wasn't in the budget." Yeah,
threw a lot of trash around.
There was a twister. Yeah,
what a twist! You can't call your movie Twister and not have a goddamn twister.
When are they going to get to the fireworks factory? Come on!
Right.
Even the cover is them being blown around on a twister. It's just like...
We picked this movie based on its ridiculous cover and cast. And boy, were we so fucking disappointed when you actually open this thing up and get into this movie. You're like, this isn't what I wanted. I don't like this at all.
It takes place mostly in a house. I mean...
That's what I can't get across. Like it takes place almost entirely in a house, and they had almost $100 million.
Mate, let's just follow up with: we did have What Lies Beneath, a movie that takes place in a house that would cost $200 million.
Okay, I did actually, because I started to get obsessive. I'm like, are there any like producers who are the same? Is there anybody on the staff who's the same? Because I'm like, I'm gonna uncover this crime.
It wasn't Hans Zimmer who did the music for What Lies Beneath. It was not Danny Elfman or. John Williams.
Yeah,
I think it was Danny Elfman.
Was it Danny Elfman? Okay.
Therefore, was like
the director wanted him for this, but he was too busy making some shitty movie called Batman. Picture this movie with the Batman music. Maybe it's better. I don't know.
I feel like maybe Twister, the other version, the 1996 version, was out there. And like, you know, when Hans Zimmer attached his name, he's like, I thought this was the Jan de Bont one. You know, what is going on? Like, oh shit!
Like 7 years later, sure, yeah.
One day I will do Dune.
It was like a Bill Murray and Garfield thing where he thought he was making a Coen Brothers movie.
Wrong Coen. This this movie is I don't actually want to talk about it anymore.
No.
I don't want to give any attention to this movie anymore. I genuinely, like, ladies and gentlemen, look it up, Google it, read it, watch the trailer. That's enough. But if you hate someone, really hate them, recommend this movie for them, find it on DVD, give it to them as a Christmas present or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's the only way that this can function in any way, is as a prank on someone you hate. If you made me sit in a room and watch this repeatedly, within about 3 days, I would have figured out a way to kill myself.
The only thing that could have made it better is if when you watch this movie, Tim Robbins actually shows up to your house and punches you in the face.
Oh, man, I would have paid so much for that. Yeah, this is the perfect movie, like, for the listeners out there. Do you want to break up with your significant other? Like, do you want to get a divorce? I got the perfect date night movie for you.
Looking for the really good reason to kill yourself? Now
Right.
we've got it.
13 reasons why I just need one, and it's Twister 1989.
Oh, just
It
so
is funny,
bad.
like leading up to this week too, telling, people asking like, oh, what state are you doing? What movies are you doing? And I'm like, oh, we're doing Kansas. And you have to say like, oh, we're doing Twister 1989. And I was talking to my stepdad. He's like, oh, I like that movie. I saw it in the theater, Helen Hunt. I'm like, no.
Nope.
Like you have to really clarify that you're talking about this movie that no one outside of the IMDb reviews has ever heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, and that's probably a good thing. We may have actually just made a huge mistake. We may have done like something like The Ring.
You can see the 4K. The 4K is just coming out. Vinegar.
Yeah, no, exactly. Every time
Oh.
we do this, we'll talk about some movie and suddenly it's everywhere. I mean, there's not even any information on this movie. There's just goofs, which is, hey, the boom mic, which you guys spotted.
Yeah, you had pointed that out in your text message, and I was both like upset that you were paying so close attention to this movie, but
Yes.
also mad at myself that I wasn't paying any attention to this movie.
Well,
I was doing a
that's like
major
the benefit of like I famously do my like walking while I watch these movies, and so I had no choice but to pay attention. And the remote was too far away, so it was one of those I couldn't stop it. I was like, damn it! All right,
Hey,
fine.
honestly, you're walking on a treadmill towards this movie. I would have stopped the treadmill and run in the opposite direction into traffic.
I,
You know
I
what I mean?
did I did think about turning it and then letting it launch me out the window.
While you're on the treadmill, the belt is tied to your neck to your seat,
Right? Yeah,
just in
like,
case.
oh,
So wait,
thank God.
you do like the long walk thing, but for every movie?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
it's pretty good.
I think those characters were just pussies. Let me tell you, I could have done it.
So what I actually want to talk about is Avatar: Fire and Ash, because I saw that.
Yes. Oh, Varang! My
Look at-
God.
Look at how excited Ryan is. Is that no? Well, a couple of weeks ago when we last did our episode, Avatar 3 was coming out. Will and I were like, I said, Will, what do you think's going to happen? Is it going to just completely bomb? Is it going to be terrible? I can tell you this much: the movie is not terrible. It rules, and it's already made over $1 billion.
Right.
But Ryan doesn't watch Avatar movies. Have you seen the first one, Ryan?
I've seen the first one. I've seen the second one too. I didn't care.
It's so interesting that there's certain things you just decide you don't care about. This is coming from the guy that hasn't watched Breaking Bad, so I've got I'm in glass houses throwing stones right now.
Right. It's different scenario because Avatar is such like a cultural phenomenon too. Because these movies only come out once every 5, 6 years, whatever. 5 years.
Once every sort of 20 years, and then he did two.
Once
and
every
three.
console generation. I don't know.
Right.
And I'm always enamored by the tech around it, but I think we hit like a breaking point with the last one. Like it's still, we talk about this all the time, is it's amazing what he can do, but it's still just a CGI film to me. Like I'm not invested in these characters because they're not real to me. I don't know. It's just I have a disconnect with like the visual style of it all.
I can understand that to some extent. I will say, with all the movies,
If they were all
Like-
puppets, I mean,
hey,
Muppets.
I mean, the first movie, I think I've said this before. I thought everything technically about it was amazing. The story itself is
it's
straight
fucking,
down the
it's
middle, not gonna
Ferngully,
surprise
Last Samurai. It's Last of the
it's just-
Mohicans. It's everything.
it just won't surprise you. But I did love the second movie. I was like, oh, the second movie is actually doing different stuff with the characters. I couldn't predict where it was going. That's fun. The third one I've said is my favorite because the third one is the real gut punch of the three, and really kind of instead of focusing on showing you 85 million new things, they refocused on the characters and the story, and I'm like, that's what was missing from the franchise. And
Well,
so,
I think it feels very much that Fire and Ash is Way of Water Part 2. That those two,
which it is.
100%. That's not a
Yeah.
bad thing, but it's that those two movies are because there's Avatar and it tells a story, but the next two they honestly play as a 1-2. And it's I was going in with a sort of sense of trepidation. Wake up, Ryan! Wake up! There we go. Sense of trepidation, but I saw it IMAX 3D. And honestly, the same way that Ryan's oh man, it's a CG world. Within 2 seconds, I'm just in Pandora.
yeah,
And it's the only way I am sucked so into it. I mean, honestly, now you can see pause breathing on people's faces. You can see fake makeup smeared on the fake faces of the fake people in the fake world. It looks 100% real to me. I can't tell the fucking difference. James Cameron knows where to put a camera, and man, does he know how to shoot action. Because even
Yeah.
Mrs., she goes, we came out and she was like, man, for the last 90 minutes, I needed a break and it just never stops. It's just consistent action. I'm like, yeah, it was great.
James Cameron, that's his like thing he's best at is sequels, which is like the thing everybody else is like the worst at. So, and also I just gotta say, Una Chaplin, if you're listening, like,
You don't have to
what,
say it. You don't have
what,
to.
Everyone is saying it.
dude, like all these movies, the joke has always been like, oh, people attracted to blue cat people, and I've been one of those. Like, yeah, who would ever be attracted? Um, hold on, Una Chaplin completely changed my mind. I was like, I think I agree with the villain. We should help out the evil avatars.
Now, is the
AWA's
shipping,
stupid.
is the shipping on that body pillow more expensive because it's so much longer?
It's extra shipping, but it's worth it. Let me tell you.
Those tariffs are getting him though. Yeah.
You come out, you just have like blue all over your mouth.
Oh, man.
Her character is, I mean, it's very much the I can fix her kind of thing. That
Yep.
was Will's joke. She's yeah, she's dangerous, and like even Mrs. was like, "What?" And I go, "You didn't really?" No, everyone, the internet is all talking about that the crazy, stupid, like psychopathic, hot, like Avatar chick.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's worth it. If I gotta go, that's how I want to go.
Before
Yeah.
it was just like all the other people, it was like this is just a furry thing for the previous two movies. Now it's like, well, hold on, wait, they might have a point. This,
Honestly, though, it rules.
Yeah.
It does rule. I'm glad I got to see it in theaters. Like Mrs. and
I
like,
can't wait to sleep through it when it finally hits HBO Max.
I do think you
14
would
days.
like it, Ryan, though, for the one evil Avatar military guy who's just kind of hanging around the villain. He's not the main villain, but he's
Oh,
still
no,
like the
no.
Monster Energy drink, like
Oh, hell yeah.
Oakley
Love that guy.
wearing Marine guy who's just
Wait,
still
is
an
that,
Avatar and has
uh,
no interest in being Navi at all.
he's
What's the-
basically the ice of Pandora.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
oh my god, I can't think of his name. It was in Manhunter and God.
Oh yeah. The big
Is
giant
that-
scary guy.
Is he in this one too?
Oh,
Because he like doesn't he die in the second one, but then they avatar his ass, so they
Oh
just-
yeah. No, he's in all of them. He's still in the third one as well. Yes. You're talking about Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang, yes, thank you.
I thought you were
he's the
talking
main
about the.
villain.
I thought you were talking about the dollar. What's his face from Manhunter? Dollar
Oh,
Hide.
Dollarhead. Is he in this
Yeah.
too? Oh shit.
He looks like an avatar, just with like pink skin on him.
That is true.
Yeah.
I
He
did
does.
just watch him in Monster Squad, so
Yeah.
it's the best. It's the best Tom Noonan has ever looked on screen. Most normal he's ever looked.
Yeah.
So I will say, Avatar 3, it was good. We enjoyed the hell out of it. It's made over $1 billion. Now to see, I mean, this is, okay, Will, I've got a hard question before we get back to Paper Moon, is, do you think, or one, do you think is going to happen? And two, what do you want to happen? But
Should I go?
is James, we're just getting to it. Is Cameron going to do Avatar 4 and 5, or should he go and do other movies?
I think he wants to do other movies, so I think that's what's going to happen next.
Because there's no like underline full stop at the
They're
end
not
of
going to do
3.
Avatar with Kate Blanchett reprising her role as Lydia Tarr.
We can only hope.
Is that the poster?
Yes,
If
get
I-
designing.
If I had to put money on it, just based on his age, I'd say he probably produces 4 and 5. I don't know if he directs 4 and 5.
He has shot the first act of 4 already because it involves the kids at the same age.
And it's all
Yeah.
mocapped, right?
It is all
Yes.
mocapped, but he even said like even with all the mocap and technology, he's not going to try to keep the kids the same age. He's like 4 and 5, they're going to age in real time. So whatever age they are when they eventually get around to making it, that's when the story is going to jump forward. So which I'm like I'm like that's a good decision because otherwise it gets too
Yeah, because
weird.
the plan was always five films, 5 or 6.
The plan was 1, and then it was 3, and then it became 4, and then it became 5. And they were also supposed to be released a decade ago. So, there's
Yeah.
plans, and then there's, James Cameron going, well, I'm not going to do it until I'm ready. So I would, honestly, sign me up. I
John
would watch.
Carpenter's Avatar 4.
Bring it
On,
on.
well, hold on. Yes.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, I just wanted to kind of pick up that thread that we sent out there a few weeks ago of like
I'm so glad you did.
yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
You just got to be one with AWA, man. You just got to
Yeah.
join
You
us.
keep
You just
saying that. I don't know what that means.
dude, you
You
just
enjoy,
gotta
you
have
guys enjoy your little live action Smurfs movies all you want.
it's we will and we do.
Yeah. And
And
Una Chaplin, my number is 480.
she already
Speaking of
knows your number,
Una
buddy. She
Chaplin,
blocked it. All right. Well, let's get back to
Oh,
Kansas.
sorry. I got to stop us real quick. Our buddy Adam Coppola just texted us in the group chat. Avatar 3 was cool.
Haha, you're outvoted. There you go, Ryan. You should see it. It was great. Um, though honestly, this is the other thing. I walk in, right? So it was like empty theater on a Sunday. When we booked it, we were the only two people there. And so there was no one even checking tickets at this Waco AMC. So we just stroll in. And we're there at the beginning with the glasses and they're not working because we had real D glasses instead of IMAX 3D glasses. And so I had to go running out to find the very special specific glasses that when you do put them on, it looks really cool. But make sure you got the right 3D glasses. But there was one other movie we did this week that was the exact opposite of the movie that we were talking about, Twister, is that this movie has incredible reviews. This movie is made by a legendary director, and it went on to win Oscars, one of which was the youngest Oscar winner ever in Tatum O'Neal. Let's talk about Paper Moon, a movie I had never heard of, but I definitely have now. Guys, had anyone else seen this movie?
I had heard of this
Nope.
title, had no, I'd never seen it. I think the title also for me just didn't do it any justice because it doesn't really describe the movie at all. And when I
Right.
looked it up to like actually just give a brief synopsis, I'm like, what is this movie about? And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm into this because I love this type of movie where it's a grifter and who then gets himself grifted in a way. I'm like all in. I think I mentioned like Matchstick Men. I love that movie. Tony Scott,
Mhm. Yep.
great.
Ridley Scott.
Was it, oh, Ridley, excuse me. Was it Ridley?
Yeah, it was Ridley.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was. I just watched Man on Fire, so maybe I was thinking Tony Scott.
Mm.
But
If it was Tony Scott, then it would have been like oh much more
yeah,
explosion.
that is
Yeah.
true. That is true. But I fucking love this movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was great. I have heard of it. I've seen clips from it, so I knew about it, and I know a lot about Ryan O'Neal and his whole sordid history.
They're famously hooked
Um,
up with Una Chaplin. Not the one, but
No!
not the one
Ryan
not the
O'Neal!
one you're thinking of though.
He but and then I knew a lot of the more behind the scenes stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, this was my first viewing of the movie. Absolutely loved it.
It's great.
Not to jump ahead, I was looking on the trivia of this because I didn't really know anything about Ryan O'Neal. And the very first thing on the IMDb trivia page is like all of the women he'd slept with. I'm like, God damn, this dude's fucking going gangbusters. But also that he was like a famous like prize fighter, like a boxer.
Used
And
to
when
be,
I
yeah.
when I saw that, it was the scene where he's fighting the sheriff from The Wraith, Randy Quaid. And then he like does a wink to the camera, and I'm like, is that for me to know that you were a boxer at one point? It was just happened to be that the trivia synced up with that scene, so thought that was interesting.
It was winking to you, Ryan. That's right.
So yeah, Paper Moon. This is a 1973 movie directed by Peter Bogdanovich. The only Bogdanovich movie I've seen is The Last Picture House. So I've seen his two black and white movies. That movie was beautiful. This one was as well. So the reason Paper Moon doesn't make sense. It's based actually on a novel called Addie Pray, which came out a couple of years before. And you can thank Orson Welles for Paper Moon. Because Bogdanovich wasn't sure about it, and Orson Welles was. He goes, definitely do it. Welles was also one of the ones that really supported the whole black and white, saying, do black and white, but shoot it with a red filter.
Stunning.
That's one of the very first notes I have.
Stunning.
Literally, apart from dope
It
font.
was like Night of the Hunter. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great credits.
You know, I was like, I bet Ryan likes that
I
font.
did.
But no,
Definitely did.
the way the black and white film picks up light and contrast in this movie is magic.
I think I even said to Will, if like you have the Criterion, like the 4K of this, I'm sure it looks unbelievable.
Yeah, it looked so good. I rented it from the store And yeah, it just looks stunning.
Was next to the Crispin Glover section. It was
Yeah,
before the Bogdanovich section, right before the Glover Crispin section. I don't know.
exactly. Yeah.
Terrible.
So very quickly, it's set 1936. It's set sort of around the Depression, and essentially, and this movie does not sort of wait
No,
around. It sets up the premise in the first 4 minutes of the movie of
this movie's
little
all
girl,
gas, no breaks. Yeah.
little girl Addie. Basically, her mama has died. This other guy, Moses, turns up, played by Ryan O'Neal. Sort of throws some plants, flowers in there, and it's
Well,
basically
picks up. It starts immediately like he picks up flowers from another gravesite, and
Yeah.
then walks over there and just like, well,
You
and
immediately get who this guy is, like from the get-go.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. And then the whole thing about it is she
his
his
daughter. Yeah.
daughter or not? But even then, the three people that are at this funeral within 5 minutes have said, it's okay, you're going to Missouri? Cool, you can drop her in Missouri at her aunt's house. Movie starts. Now
Yeah.
we've got this guy, and you very quickly figure out he's a con man,
Mhm.
and we've got this young girl who is more than a match for him, and it's just a road movie of this
Yeah.
father and daughter, real father and daughter, and a maybe real father and daughter in the movie. And from that point on, it's a machine gun of incredible writing. It's a
Mhm.
machine gun of scenes that are just you go, I can't believe this scene is still going,
It-
and this little girl is crushing it,
Mhm.
and it just looks great. This movie from beginning to end was fantastic.
Oh yeah. I don't know why. Like I had this weird thing. Like going to this movie is like, yeah, it's 71. It's shot in black and white, but it's like it just never registered in my brain that like a movie from the 70s would set itself in the 30s. I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. Like how do you make a period piece in the 70s? Like that feels illegal.
It does seem strange because like back in those days, if you were gonna make a period piece, it would normally be like a Western or something.
Right.
Like so the fact that they said it in the Great Depression just felt like a breath of fresh air. And also shooting it in black and white this way gives it a timeless quality. I had to
Oh
look
yeah.
up when this movie was made because I was like, they could have shot this any time. When did they make this?
Yeah, they didn't do it in the 70s sort of style. They've almost made it, the music in itself
It
felt a bit
feels
more
modern.
30.
Yeah. Like
But then, like you're saying, Will, it is shot in the most. I mean, there's something again about black and white. I was watching, I was on a deep dive on YouTube, and I was watching, I like Ryan Coogler, and I was watching the cinematographer from all of Chris Nolan's movies, and they were just talking about, oh no, black and white, you get so much higher resolution and so much higher, like everything. And then I was watching this movie, I'm going, it looks
and it
incredible.
forces you like Soderbergh did for Raiders of the Lost Ark, that thing that he did. It just forces you to notice like the staging and the blocking and like the composition of the shots so much more instead of relying on heavy use of color. And you get
Yeah.
that in fucking spades here. Like when he pulls up and there's the two silos, like it's just every shot is stunning in this movie.
Yeah.
Like there's moments where it's like it's just you can see him in the mirror, but it's
Mhm.
kind of shot sort of wide. It's times when she sits back and you just got light on half of her face. I
Yeah,
mean, it's just it's so
there's
many
a
beautiful shots.
shot like right at the beginning when he goes to grift the it's like her mom's, like he tries to get money out of the guy who's running that factory, and it's a shot that you would think was like a split diopter, but it's
Mhm.
just not. And I'm like, that's nuts. Like, because you have the storekeeper in the forefront and he's in the
Mm.
background. Like, it's unbelievable. I mean, she picks up on
Yeah.
his grift and she goes full like, "You owe me $200," and that was the whole interaction's great. It's a great movie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I love that running sort of like. She's immediately got his number. That's what I like is
Yeah.
that whether or not, because it's never explained whether it really is his daughter. Though they do have of course they look like each other, and they talk.
Right.
You got my jaw, but it's like very very quickly she's got the upper hand in a way. Like it's
Mhm.
sitting there getting the Coney hot dog,
He caves so fast, all things
Which-
considered. Yeah.
but she
Yeah.
just digs her heels in. She's like,
Yeah.
"You owe me $200," and she's doing it at the top of her voice, and it's like that whole scene played out so funny.
Yeah,
So
because he
funny.
gets the $200, but then he's got to repair his car. So now they only have X amount of dollars. And she's like, "Well, you owe me this money." So now they have to start grifting together. And he goes on the first. He's basically selling Bibles to widows of their their spouse has passed away for like $8 a pop, and then she comes in and she starts. It's that literally it's like the Matchstick Men thing where he's now utilizing the charm of this young girl to help this grift, and they become like a pretty good fucking team. Like they're both complete scumbags. Like I
Yeah.
and like the levels of child endangerment in this movie were shocking to me. Like
My God. Yeah. Several moments where you're just like, there's car stunts going on,
oh my
and
God.
you realize, like, man, the 70s were a different time. There's that one shot where she's on the stack of like
That's the one where
boxes.
like lost my mind.
Yeah, you're just like, literally, she even screams, and you're like, that's a real
Oh
scream.
yeah, for sure. And that's just
And
and when that's when I realized like this is your real daughter, dude. Like what the fuck?
That's
well, knowing what I know about Ryan O'Neal in real life, he probably would have been like, well, I'll have another kid eventually.
Well, it's
You
kind of what I've got written down as it goes, it's fine. She's my
Yeah,
kid.
yeah,
It's all right. It's not that bad. Because the car stunts are nuts in this movie because they are old cars.
Yeah,
And
there
you
he's
can see
drifting
it.
those fuckers around though.
Yeah,
Like
and you can
yeah.
see it's Ryan O'Neal a lot of the time, and you can see it's her. Like the one crazy stunt, they say duck down so we can't see you, but like there's not that much child endangerment. But yeah, no, they come tearing into scenes and right on the brakes and skidding
even like
around
the
and stuff.
very last shot of the movie when the truck that he trades
Yes,
for is
Yeah.
going down the hill, it's her riding in and she's like trying to get in the car. I'm like, this is harrowing, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, very much so. But fortunately, nobody died, so we can talk about it, and it's all good.
This was pre-Twilight Zone, right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
But this thing is, you were saying like Matchstick Men, and I was like, yeah, it's where did I have it? I had three because it was reminding me of Matchstick Men, and it was reminding me of Leon. You know, the scenes where
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're going
yeah.
from hit to hit kind of thing, and it's kind of like that and A Perfect World. Have you ever seen like the Kevin Costner? It's directed by Clint Eastwood, Perfect World movie where he's
Hmm.
got a young kid and it's a road trip. You've never seen A Perfect World? It's one of my
Are
favorite
you
movies.
trying to say Waterworld? Because I do
Yeah,
know
that I've
that.
seen.
You've never seen Clint Eastwood directed A Perfect World with
No.
Kevin Costner. It's one of Kevin Costner's best movies. You definitely watch it.
You
It's
can't just
brilliant.
make up films here on the spot. Like, come
I
on.
will say I agree with you, but in where it's in Matchstick Men, where he's really good at this con job, and then he takes this girl under his wing. That's not like what's happening here. Like, yeah, he's a con man, but he's not teaching her how to be better. She just kind of like gets it, and he's like learning to utilize her to his advantage. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not teaching her how to grift. She's like she already gets it. She's like, no, no, no. She's making him a more efficient grifter.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
because he's not very good.
No, he's got
Like,
the one note thing. He's got the Bible shtick, and that's really it. I mean,
well, there's that, and there's that good the cash thing of like, oh, if I give you this
which
five and
I
you give me the
honestly,
ones
which
back,
worked on me. I was like, what the fuck is
yep.
happening
dude,
here?
that's what I wrote down. It happened so fast that I was like the teller going, wait a minute, did he just? And then when they
Yeah,
do it again later, when she does it, it's very clever that you're just like, oh
Mhm.
wait, that's
yeah. She pays with something with a five, so he gives her ones. She's like, hey, if I give you five, you give me the ones back. And then I was like, I'll give you the 10,
and
so
then
you
I
give
give
me
you
the five.
10 and then you give me the fives and
So
it's
yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah,
but it's there that lady that goes something
yeah.
doesn't add up. I like
That
the
and
other
then
one is
with the where he
the
gets to
happy birthday
yeah,
20.
because she
Oh,
in
Yeah.
the beginning of the film she very much looks like a boy, and it's like confusing. People are just mistaking her for a boy. He's like, yeah, we got to doll you up, so they go and get her a bow, and then he get her a dress, and they run the grift where he's like, what's your aunt's name? He writes it on it's a $20 bill.
20.
He's like, hey kid, give me a 20. That was great. So he goes in, pays for the thing, leaves, and then she comes in and like it's undeniable how much she earned that Academy Award in this movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Like
Well,
crying cute, like just such
I
good movie.
will say I will okay, no, I agree with you. And I always wanted because I was
You hear
reading
that, kid from Shane?
the only time I'd ever heard of Tatum O'Neal was actually in the Andre Agassi like autobiography. Weird thing to say, but Tatum O'Neal ended up being married to John McEnroe.
Mhm.
But I just remember that there's talk about this young actress, and so a lot of people were like, she got Best Supporting Actress. She's in the movie for an hour and 6 minutes. Everyone's like, she was the lead, and then Mrs. White from
Yeah, listen,
Clue was the supporting actress.
Madeline Kahn was like pissed that she
Yeah.
Yeah.
lost out to Tatum O'Neal, which is
But like,
she's so good in this movie.
well, what's so crazy is this is the same year that Linda Blair was nominated as well.
Oh,
So you had
for
Tatum O'Neal and Linda Blair from The Exorcist. You had these two incredible young performances. But Bogdanovich is the one like saying is like apparently he was doing multiple Fincher level takes to get this kind of like natural sort of like thing that Tatum has. But he also says that working with her was one of the most frustrating, one of the most miserable experiences of his life.
she was smoking nonstop on set.
Yeah, I was so like
She lights up a cigarette. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is going on?
It was the 70s or the
It
50s.
was the 30s.
The 30s? Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, actually, some picture was on Reddit the other day, which was some kid during the 1930 something World Series, and it's like the kid looks about 11 and he's got a beer and he's smoking, and I'm like,
It's the coolest anyone's ever looked. Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
different time.
We used to be a real country.
That's right.
These colors don't run. Yeah, this
Now
this
it's all
movie-
Roblox and avatars. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently the cigarettes she's smoking are lettuce.
I saw that, but does that imply like, well, is
The
that just what
devil's
they
lettuce?
were calling it? I'm like, okay.
But very much
Which
so.
also sounds horrible. Like the fact
Yeah, I
that
know,
this
it
kid is
doesn't-
smoking anything, like
Right.
She looked very casual while doing it. But it's a pretty simple movie in a way. You know, in as much as Twister has what would be, say, like a simple plot, but it's such a complex movie, it makes no sense. This one is just like, they just go on a bit of a road trip event. It's like Bonnie and Clyde, but with
Right.
you know, a dad and a daughter.
but
they get
it's a fucking funny movie. Like I wasn't,
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't prepared to laugh out loud as many times as I did watching this, but I was shocked at how funny it was. Right?
Yeah.
And a big part of that is the interplay between Ryan and Tatum. And I think a great part of that is the fact that they are father and daughter, is that they get just, there's this certain,
You could tell they
Like-
really hated each other.
yeah, you can like Ryan O'Neal, you can really sort of like, he dials it up on her and she's really fun, like scowly as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to Tills, my German exchange student, right before I was talking about I just saw the worst movie of my life and I'm about to watch this other one. But then I was looking at the movie and I'm like, man, it looks like Tills, that kind of like the short hair kind of like vibe. But like it was legitimately funny, and it moves at the speed of a Gilmore Girls episode.
Yeah.
Everyone is speaking at 150 miles an hour, but not in like an annoying way. You know what I mean? It's just zippy.
Yeah, I mean, the turning point of the movie is, I forget if it's before or after. So they go to the carnival. That's where he meets Madeline Kahn's Trixie something or other.
Trixie, yeah, she's basically just a stripper.
Right,
Yeah.
and she'll put out for anything, but she strings these guys along, and she's got Imogene,
Yeah.
Imogene, What is she called?
Imogene.
Imogene, yeah, it's her, basically her slave, I
Right.
assume. Like,
Yeah.
It's during the Depression, so she said, "I'll pay you $4 a month," and she's
Yeah.
like, "I pay you a
then
nickel."
Addie's gotta, like, now they're burning through all of their money. Addie's gotta like grift her out of this group and comes up with the most clever thing to do it with our boy fucking Smiley famously from Gator and Back to the Future Part 3.
Yeah.
I recognize that shit-eating grin anywhere. It's so good.
Yep.
But now they've got no money now, so that's when they do the penultimate, like the bootlegging grift, which I thought was fantastic. And that's where the scene is. He piles up all the bodies. Like, did you save enough? Did you leave enough behind? He's like, yeah, no, we're good. I left some bottles behind. And it cuts to the car, and it's just stacks of crates in the back seat of this convertible. And he plops her on top, and I'm like, oh, no, that seems precarious. And the thing takes a hard right, and that's when you hear her like, ugh. And I'm like, you almost see this child fall 6 feet out of this car.
Right, and then have a bunch of boxes land on
Yeah,
her, and
I was like, oh man, I felt like so uncomfortable watching that.
And
and I
Dad's response is, "I gotta turn the car. I gotta
Yeah,
take corners,
hold
haven't I?"
on.
You know?
And I famously love kids dying in the beginning of movies, but in this
But
one, I
not,
was like, no,
not for real.
Well, I'm getting there.
After watching Twister.
Yeah. No, it's this movie was such a delight. I was also not prepared for how funny it was going to be, and just how good Tatum was.
Like
in
quick
this
the
role.
dialogue is too. It's like so snappy.
So
Yeah.
quick. From the
It's-
very, very beginning, it's
Mhm.
moving at 100 miles an hour. And like,
That's what helps this movie feel so timeless and
Yeah.
like so like you this could have come out literally any year.
I was talking to my stepdad the other day, telling him because I always tell him about these old timey movies that I watch. And he's like, "Oh, I love that movie. Anytime it's in like Turner Classics, I put it on." And he was telling me all about all about Ryan O'Neal's tawdry past as well.
yeah, honestly,
God.
we should let's like take a moment and talk about
He
it.
goes,
Is
"Yeah,
I
he
don't
dated
really.
Farrah Fawcett. Like that was the only one." I'm like, "Buddy, she was at the bottom of the list."
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
like in so apparently Ryan O'Neal, bit of a narcissist, it
A little bit.
seems. But to the point of like he was not only was he pissed that he didn't get nominated, and then his daughter did when he found out that she like won. He basically just punched her in the face. But like that, and then nominated got punched her, and then she wins the Oscar, and neither of her parents are there in the audience for her to win. You know what I mean? And it's like when you do read about him talking about his kids, he's like, "Oh, they suck," and I'm like, "I wonder why, bro." So this guy is great in this movie, and I've never seen Barry Lyndon, and I've heard great things, but at the same time, apparently this guy sucked
Barry
balls.
Lyndon is like, "Do you ever want to just watch a painting? Just
Right.
stare at a painting for 2.5 hours."
Yeah. I mean Ryan O'Neal, he it is a shame because it's like the guy does have presence and he is talented. But
He rem
God,
Yeah, he reminds me of like a Sam Rockwell type in this movie. He's just got this
yeah.
like exuberant energy and like delivery about him and this like all of this agency. He's so good because he's like you think he's like this amazing grifter, but he's throughout this movie he's kind of like on the back foot most of the time. Like he gets swindled by Madeline Kahn's character, he gets swindled by Addie in a way. Like he's not doing the best at this, you know? And
Right.
then he gets
Yeah.
finally gets caught up, you know, doing this grift on these bootleggers that finally catch up with him. You have this insane car chase. Then they have to try and swap cars, and that's when I was like, when is Randy Quaid going to show up in this movie, and how old is he going to look? Like young Randy Quaid just feels wrong. Like it just doesn't is
Yeah.
not okay. I'm like, are we gonna get like super hot Randy Quaid? What is gonna happen?
Oh, ew.
Thankfully, no. You get
Goodness,
barefoot,
no.
you get barefoot redneck bumpkin next of kin style Randy Quaid.
Yeah. He's a real Randy Quaid.
Wait, was he a next of kin?
I mean, it kind of has that. I don't know if you guys ever watch Inside the NBA, but it has the same feeling as like when you watch like videos from the 90s of Ernie Johnson and you're just like,
Yeah,
oh, he had
sure.
hair and like a goatee. Ew, ew, ew.
No, 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 no.
I don't like it, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
And he like because I think Ryan O'Neal is like 6'1", they were saying, or at least he was
Really?
when he was fighting. He's a tall dude, but Randy Quaid fucking towers over him. Get
Yeah.
that weird boxing scene. He's like, double or nothing. If I beat you in a fight, I get to swap with your shitty truck. And then he's like, hey, he does the classic like Back to the Future. What the hell is that? And he just kicks him in the dick, and then he's like, still got it. It works every time.
Yeah.
Them be wrestling rules. Yeah, like I found like the Tatum is, there's some great shots of her face. She has such a great scowl.
Yeah.
She has like, and then she'll light up her face and she'll smile. And like I said, she's so memeable. Like
Yeah.
she'd be such great meme. Like, we do meme response that of like text. She'd be so gifable.
Fair, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, she was just a joy. And honestly, like I said, whether on like Ryan O'Neal being a scumbag or not, he's great in this movie,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the two of them working together is great with Bogdanovich.
I
The cinematography, the film choice, I couldn't say a single thing wrong with this movie.
I like that I didn't
Yeah.
have that baggage of knowing all of his misgivings outside of this movie going into it, because that probably would have soured my experience a little bit.
It was,
You know?
yeah, it was hard to watch this movie and be enjoying it like as much as I did, and having that knowledge in the background
I'm
of just
honestly
like
surprised you had never seen it. This seems like such a movie you would have for sure had.
I'm shocked too. Like it's one of those I don't know. I think just because I tend to avoid Ryan O'Neal movies.
There you go. Yeah.
But I'm really glad I saw this because I'm like, it
Are
is
you
good.
gonna buy the 4K?
Oh, this is going on the buy list for
Yeah.
sure.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. It's
Yeah,
got everything, like kind of like Ryan is saying, because this has got Will movie written all over it.
very
And you know
much.
there were no bloopers or deleted scenes because someone would have fucking died. Like,
Right. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
there was a few changes from the book. So originally in the book, Addie is 12. They made it younger just because
she's
Tatum
she's 9, I think. In the
9. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last third of the novel is where they go on. So after the credits, the sequel, if you will, would have been. But in the novel, it's Moses and Addie graduate to being big league con artists, going on to partnership with Fake Millionaire. It's just there's a whole extra part that they were like, no. Like I think they just sort of simplified it and made it the kind of like
The Curly Sue ending. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But that being said, is the cool thing about this anyway that we do with this podcast is like we're not necessarily looking for the best movie, we're looking for the most sort of like movie of that state, and that both of these movies were shot very much in Kansas. But what I was seeing is just this one, like Bogdanovich, in very much in the way that when we were doing Badlands in South Dakota, which was directed by, is that Terrence Malick, right?
Yeah.
Terry Malick, yeah.
Yeah, and the same way that when we did Straight Story with David Lynch, is that it was just being, when they're in Kansas, they're in Kansas.
Yeah.
When they're in when they cross over into Missouri, that's Missouri. That's the actual Missouri River. That's the actual bridge. There's no like, oh, we'll shoot it in Canada and make it look like this. It's just being shot.
The trouble
in
with
Kansas.
these like road movies is you get snippets of like the landscape, but none of it feels, especially with this like area of the country, it's long expanses of nothing. So it's
Yeah.
like that could be Idaho or Iowa, like those it's just very flat, very dirt landscapes. So it's hard for me to be like, yup, that's Kansas, but because there's no like, the iconography is just not there.
Yeah.
The iconography of Kansas is the lack of iconography. That's that's
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are you expecting a fucking Superman statue?
But yeah, no. Thing is that both this and Twister were basically shot entirely in the state. You know what I mean? It's like I think
Whose fault is that?
yeah, Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
I'm going with, but yeah, no. Twister I think was shot in Wichita, but when you look at like it was just shot in all these small towns across Kansas, Hays, Kansas, McCracken. Wilson, Dorrance, St. Joseph, Missouri. It's like they're shooting in actual hotels.
Yeah.
So when you're watching the movie, like very rarely are you feeling like they're being shot.
It's undoubtedly like all Kansas. It's
Yeah.
just none of it's like. But I wouldn't. But that's the thing is, I wouldn't even know what Kansas would basically feel like.
Like this movie,
Yeah,
just
right.
with color.
Yeah.
But like,
Racist.
So like Superman 3.
but like no, as in they're shooting inside like actual buildings or actual
Yeah.
hotel rooms or actual like all this kind of stuff. It's just
The
honestly,
only thing this movie didn't have was like some kind of train escape. Like if they had to like ditch the car and then hop up onto a train and then
or
go
being
somewhere.
chased by the sheriff and they just get on the other side of the train and then the train blocks them. That classic or something like that.
They jump over it or jump through it like Action USA.
Like used cars.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, this movie ruled.
I love
this
this
movie
movie.
ruled.
Yeah.
T to B, left to right, up, down, left. It doesn't matter. I'd recommend this to everybody.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, kind of like you were saying is like you've got the deep focus cinematography, so it's just you just see it almost felt like IMAXian in a way. Like it's so hard to describe how good it looks until you see it, and you're like black and white. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the whitest whites and the blackest blacks, and then everything in between. It's
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
it's used perfectly. Like I said,
it's
there's
like Night of the Hunter, kind of like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But whereas
it's
that
like-
was just shot on in black and white because that was all that was available, whereas this is specifically using a film stock to emulate, like to look
so
like
good.
that.
And then like like I was saying earlier, these sort of extended takes, but they're not showy extended takes. It's just like theatrical in a way.
like
But then but they're walkie-talkies, but it's
the
never
bootleg scene is when she's watching him and he goes out the back and he comes out the front to go to the, like that was all just one Like not intentionally, not like, ooh, I'm gonna put my director's hat on and shoot a oneer. That's just like how it was done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's got so yeah, Tatum O'Neal, she went up against Madeline Kahn for the same
Yeah.
Oscar again, which is bonkers.
She won the
Tatum
award
won.
and went, "Con."
Now you're making Star Trek jokes.
I just wanted to piss Will off because he was thinking about it.
It worked.
It did actually create a spin-off television series with Jodie Foster, which did not last very long.
In the heat
I
of the
thought you were
paper
gonna
moon.
say I thought you were gonna say with Carol O'Connor, much like In the Heat of the Night, they just
Right, yeah.
brought that cast over and
Wait,
I did
what
when she
the
goes to
heck?
the carnival and takes the picture on the paper moon. I'm like, I did the DiCaprio meme point. I'm like, that's the paper moon. That shit
No,
broke my heart because she wanted to
yeah.
take the photo with him. I was like, oh man, I
And
can
then
see.
the picture she leaves at the end and stuff
Yeah,
like that. No, seriously, this was brilliant.
yeah,
This has gone up in my list of, oh, do you want to watch a great movie or do you want to watch a good road movie? I got a movie for you.
yeah,
Like
for sure.
Paper Moon is a really, really easy recommendation. But you know, Avatar 3 aside, Bone Temple is coming. No, I'm kidding. Is that like the thing is though, you know, we have Superman 3, which takes place in Kansas. And honestly, it did have some of the iconography of Kansas in it, which is why we kind of like, we ended up going with it. But in this case, this time around, we've got Twister is shot in Kansas. The end. Full stop. Never talk about that movie ever again in my entire life.
And
But then
just
Paper Moon.
Superman 3 beat out No Holds Barred. and
well, we
leap
messed up there for sure.
and leap of faith.
No Holds
Oh,
Barred. You know, No Holds Barred was the best movie of the week, hands down.
absolutely.
But God, I have to watch that movie again. That was so much
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, you
I
do.
enjoyed the shit out of that piece
And you
of
have
crap.
gone on record saying you love Hulk Hogan and all of his ideologies.
And all of his life choices.
But no,
Brother.
yeah. For me, Paper Moon for me has, because just so much. It just honestly felt like, I know what you're saying, Ryan, about like the lack of iconography, but at the same time, it just felt like this movie lived there,
Sure.
was there. Granted, it's like a 70s movie set in the 30s, shot black and white, but I'm watching this movie like, when I'm going to think about Kansas, I'm going to think about Paper Moon because the movie was just so good. I think this is one of those weeks where I'm like, guys, I just want to give it the crown. What do you guys think?
I'm
Yeah,
in
Superman
agreement
3 all
with
the
you. I mean, Superman 3 did have the hottest Superman. Like, bad boy drunk Superman is pretty fucking rad.
Oh
But
yeah.
is that enough to push it over the finish line? Yes.
Yeah. And
No,
don't forget, it also has the rockest, hardest 80s boobs you've ever seen in your life. So, come on. Come on.
What?
We're talking about Paper Moon again.
That scene where Madeline Kahn goes up to the hill to get her to come back out of the car, and I was waiting for her to just fucking, because she's being all sweet and kind. She's like, I was waiting for her to like, listen here, you little shit, get in the fucking car. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I was
But-
expecting that.
and she's like, don't fucking blow this for me. I'm only here for a couple days. You get what you want. I get what I want. Like, I was like, okay, game recognized, game girl.
Well, there was also, because there was a little bit, which is kind of, I liked it, is that she's being all sweet and like, oh, daddy, and she's coming up, oh, you're making me come up, and then she slips on the hill and she goes, oh, god damn it, and then
Yeah,
it's like the
yeah.
little,
Yeah.
the real her.
Which was very real. Like, I don't think that was scripted. Like, I'm for sure that just happened. It's Madeline Kahn being a fucking G.
Yeah, but it's a great, it really, you know, either way, informs her character very well. It's like, it just takes the shine off the fakeness
Yeah,
of
it
her.
was great.
And it was just like, it was so subtle, so good. But like, that being said, is Paper Moon's got to take it, right? This
It's-
movie,
it's-
Yeah. It's a no-brainer.
I mean,
It's-
Twister is just in that stupid house. Like, you don't even see
Yeah.
Kansas, really. You see, like, trash on, like, the outside of the house, and then that's it.
yeah,
Paper Moon all the way.
there's trash inside the house as well, and the movie is trash as well. That yes, Paper Moon, we're doing it. and I'm glad that we are. That this 1973 road comedy drama from Peter Bogdanovich, starring Ryan O'Neal and his amazing daughter Tatum, Paper Moon, is the new champion for Kansas here at the United States of Movie podcast, and it's a well-deserved crown.
Yeah.
I'm very, very proud of us for getting through that other movie, but this was so much fun. I always love discovering a great movie.
Yeah.
And
I'm
this was
wondering
one of
if
those ones.
we would have enjoyed this movie, like any. I'm wondering if I liked this movie so much because I watched it after Twister.
Yeah, is it
1989?
because
Like,
we've just watched the worst movie
Yeah,
ever made?
am I
That
like-
honestly, is it just by comparison? It's the
Like
greatest
any
ever made?
movie. My
I tried
God.
not
yeah.
to. Like, I think I waited a good 24 hours to fully process not watching Twister in 1989. I love that you have to say Twister 89 like it's Batman 89 just to clarify.
Yeah.
To clarify, because
Do
the other
not
one's amazing.
read. Do not read that graphic novel series, Twister 89.
Yeah, it's for sure. So yeah, then we've got this champion. I'm very happy about it, but there are other movies made in Kansas.
Superman 4, the quest for
One,
Superman 4, the quest for
two.
peace.
Yep.
That one's mostly in New York. So what are these? Because there was some other movies that we were kind of like circling around. There's like Brightburn, which was making Will just generally angry at the idea of it, which is just evil Superman. Which I'd be kind of,
Such a clever idea.
There's a little movie called The Wizard of Oz. Maybe you've
Yeah.
heard of it.
I mean,
Huh?
the thing is, only a
Yeah.
little bit of that takes place, which I wouldn't mind because that movie, honestly, I every clip and behind the scenes I've seen about people watching the Sphere version in Vegas
Yeah.
looks bonkers to me. That looks like insane to me. There is The Day After is this TV movie that honestly I've been like, have you ever seen that? I think I remember seeing it once as a kid. That is the what happens when we all get killed in a nuclear bomb and then credits roll.
I mean, we're about to find out. So
But it's like it's an amazing TV movie that stopped the world. Like it really is. It's one I've been interested in actually visiting again.
Dances
Don't
with
s-
Wolves. Did we do that one already?
Now it's coming out. So Dances with Wolves has some in Kansas, and we're going there for South Dakota. Spoiler alert. That's what's coming up. There's Gunfight. No, Dodge City. This
No, I was
In
going to pick
Cold
the.
Blood.
That was the Ice Harvest, the Ang Lee movie.
yes,
But no one wanted to be sad. I think that's it, right? Oh no, wait.
well,
No, wait,
I-
that's the Ice
Oh,
Harvest.
that's the
is-
Ice Storm. I'm thinking. Of.
Yes.
Sorry. Shit.
um,
As the attorney for a mobster (parentheses Randy Quaid). Oh no! Oh no! Kansas, what are you doing?
I mean, I was gonna pick The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, which we'll save for I guess next time.
These are not real movies.
Don Knotts classic.
Capote.
I'm trying to,
Sure.
you've got me kind of like, you've got me kind of worried here. Like, I'm Googling some stuff, preparing for where we're going next week, considering where Dances with Wolves happens.
Oh,
It's-
is it like multiple state? That would make sense actually. If it's
It's
multiple state.
mostly filmed in South Dakota. You know what? We're sticking with it because it's famously shot in South Dakota. We're just sticking with it. Okay, we're doing it. We know what we're doing. We're sticking with it because we've got a good 1-2 punch. But look, Kansas hasn't got an insanely deep.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think there would be sort of like more Kansas movies for what
I'm
they are.
sure
But
there are, and they're probably old timey Western. That's just called the Wichita Kid, or I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I think Friday Night Lights claims it. But yeah, no, we'll see. Like, it was an interesting one with Kansas, but I think what we've done with Paper Moon is done something very, very, very strong. We've put a very strong champion there. But that being said, next week we're going to jump over to the state of South Dakota, where last time around the champion was Thunderheart, Val Kilmer movie. I think it was shot by Roger Deakins. Actually, like
Awesome movie.
quite a good movie, yeah. But we have picked a 1-2 punch of absolute banger movies, one of which I haven't seen for 30 years. which we've just been
The
talking
others
about.
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, which is Dancing with Wolves, Kevin Costner's directorial debut that goes on to win Best Picture, Best Director, basically like launches the modern Kevin Costner, which is shot. Yes, it's set in Wyoming and Nebraska,
Costner songs.
and yeah, and all over the place, but famously shot in South Dakota. But honestly, Ryan hasn't seen it.
Is it better than Last of the Mohicans?
No,
I mean, well, there you go.
I can answer that right now. No,
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
it's different from that.
It
But
is
you know what?
different enough.
I'll be honestly, I'm interested to see your take on this one, Ryan. And like I said, I'm actually interested to see my take. Haven't seen it since I was a teen. But then also like I will. What was the other movie that we brought into this one, which is like I've only seen the once and it was an absolute banger.
It's the Tom Hardy silly voice movie classic. Revenant.
You could
I
have
think
said
someone else is in it too.
100 other movies as soon as
From
you
the
said though.
from the twisted mind who brought you Gravity.
No, this is not. This is Inarritu.
It's a different guy.
The guy that did Gravity is Alfonso
From the
Cuarón.
twisted mind who brought you Gravity 2. Still,
Yeah, the
Gravity.
wrong Oscar-winning Mexican director, because that was that time when Mexican directors were crushing it at the Oscars. They won it like 3 out of 4 years. But yeah, the guy that did Birdman,
Oh, okay, right.
who has also recently directed everyone's asking about it, but the up-and-coming Tom Cruise comedy movie. But yes, The Revenant, the movie that finally got Leonardo DiCaprio his Oscar. This movie, it looks beautiful. It took a year and a half to make. It's shot only using natural light, and I just remember it being a really crazy adventure.
I'm excited to revisit it. I haven't seen it since it came out because I remember watching it and being like, this movie like legitimately made me feel cold. Like,
Yes.
crazy.
For sure.
So crawl inside your bears, folks, and bundle up.
It does have. I'm going to look up on our non-sponsor sponsor who one day is going to be a sponsor. See where you can.
Let's
find
try
this.
and guess where you can find it. My guess is
Okay.
HBO Max. I haven't looked. I also don't know what year it came out. So
The Revenant is not available for free anywhere. You can purchase
we'll
it.
see
if you'd
about
like
that
to, on Apple. It is actually available for free in because I own this movie.
Humble brag.
So I am on board for that one. Dances with Wolves, though, I would be like Paramount
Stars Plus
would be like one, which I'm going to be.
That's going to be a Clomper original. That's going to be.
We got to make Clomper merch.
Yeah.
It's actually coming to the Roku channel free with ads. It's on Fubo, but no, it's not really anywhere either.
Free with ads. The 3.5 hour movie with ads. You're going to be
So-
here all fucking day.
Well, Dancing with Wolves, you'll probably have to find it or rent it. The Revenant, if you don't already own it as well, you'll have to. But two very highly regarded Westerns that went on to win Oscars for best everything. So we're going a double whammy of Oscar after, I think, to just wash the taste of Twister out 1989 out of our mouth because it genuinely ruined all the fun. And I love having fun, especially doing this podcast with you guys. So next week, or next time around, I'll put more likely, we'll be heading to South Dakota, Thunderheart versus The Revenant versus Dances with Wolves. Outside of that one, guys, Will, always a pleasure hanging out and watching movies with you. You can find more of Will as entitled Millennial. You'll find him on TikTok, Instagram, often talking movies, old movies as well. And also, thanks for that shout out to your video store. That was very cool. It's a very cool thing, and they now follow us. It's great. You can find Ryan as Rhino Digital, RYNO Digital, where you can get all of his merch. He got some great movie posters, redesigned movie posters, and movie posters that don't even exist. You can find us on our Facebook page, the United States of a Movie. You can drop in the comments and tell us where you think we should go or what movies you think we should do. And you can find me, Ollie Pettigrew, on Facebook, or that Englishman in Texas everywhere else. Woo! Once again, fellas, can't wait to see you next week. This one's going to be a banger. So from Ryan, from Will, and from me, thanks for watching this episode of the United States of a Movie podcast. We'll see you next time.